Hello, Pony. It's Fluttershy169 here, bringing to you Fluttershy by Friendly Uncle. What the author has to say about this is, oh god, what is this? It's not porn, that's really all I can say. In this story, ever wonder how a pony that spends all her time feeding her bunnies covers her expenses? This probably doesn't answer that question. I haven't started reading this story yet, but I'm hoping for the best, so let's just jump right in. Come on, Twilight. It's something I haven't tried yet. It has to work.
Spike, I think you're going to have to trust me on this one when I tell you I'm pretty sure giving your armpit hair isn't going to make Rarity like you. You're harshing my buzz here, Twilight! Twilight! Oh, thank God there's Pinkie Pie. Let's go see what she wants, shall we? This conversation isn't over. Twilight Sparkle sighed as she hopped down the stairs to the library's ground floor. Spike grumbled along behind her. Pinkie Pie was standing in the library's open door, looking around slowly as though she was expecting to find someone watching her. Twilight raised an eyebrow and trotted over. Hey, Pinkie. Everything okay? Feeling twitchy? Pinkie shook her head. Twilight, I think I found something bad, and I don't know what to do about it. The purple unicorn frowned. Pinkie was standing fairly still, tail dragging behind her, her usual smile in place, but looking a bit more forced. She wasn't laughing. Ponyville was fucked. Oh no, is someone dead? Is there a plague? Are we being attacked by dragons? Or zombies? Pinkie blinked.
What? There hasn't been any zombies in Ponyville since the great zombie epidemic of 856 when Willie had powder back the horse with the undead by luring the parasites out of the every forest and getting abused as zombies. Which of course led to zombie parasites, but it turns out that zombie parasites can't actually reproduce because they're so dead. So a force of marching bands of 500 ponies strong sent them back to the cracks of doom to destroy the zombie crown, freeing Equestria from Lord Nighties' cold skeletal grip.
Twilight gasped.
Anyhow, it's not that interesting. I was looking through Miss Cakes' movie collections for something to watch for my movie watching party when I found this.
Pinkie opened her saddlebag and pulled out a DVD case. Twilight blinked and levitated it out of Pinkie Pie's mouth so she could get a better look. What is this? Is that some pony's ass? The biggest ever. 3 hours of pure pony pleasure. Pinkie, this is a porno.
I know that, but Twilight, look at the mare on the front.
All I'm seeing is ass, Pinkie. Yellow, butterfly-covered, pink-tailed, Celestia gasting that looks exactly like Fluttershy. Pinkie nodded so hard she almost tipped over.
I know, I can't believe it. I would have never thought Fluttershy would do something like this. I mean, maybe Rarity, and I'd be surprised if Dash hadn't, and I could see maybe you, but Fluttershy? Put her in front of a camera and she'll have a heart attack, much less trying to get her for sex.
Yeah, I know. Wait, me? You could see me doing a pornography, Pinkie? What the hell?
We all know that nerds are secretly sex fiends, Twilight.
Spike, who had seen some of the reading material under Twilight's bed, simply nodded sagely. Look, what Princess Celestia and I happen to do alone is between us and her video camera, and is not available for public consumption. I mean, my personal life is not on trial here. What I'm more worried about is the circumstances that would drive Fluttershy to do something like this. We should ask her if she needs money at the very least. Whoa, hold on, said Spike. We aren't jumping to conclusions here. We don't know for sure if that's Fluttershy in the box. We just know that it looks a lot like her. I doubt either of you have spent enough time studying her rear end to be able to tell for sure. That's a good point, said Twilight, somewhat defeated. If it isn't Fluttershy, she's going to be horribly offended when she finds out that we've assumed that she did a porn at the drop of a hat. We need to be sure.
We should watch the video,
said Pinkie. Excellent suggestion, agreed Spike. What? Look, you two, I'm just as curious as any pony, but I am not curious about watching Fluttershy mate, and definitely not for 3 hours. What in tarnation did I just walk into? They startled, then turned to find Applejack standing in the doorway, staring at the three in shock. Twilight blushed and used her magic to swing the library doors securely closed.
Oh, Applejack!
Pinkie nearly sobbed.
It's terrible! Fluttershy's a whore!
Applejack's face slowly exploded into an expression of horrified confusion. Twilight sighed and levitated the DVD case in front of her. The confusion left Applejack's face as she examined the cover, but the horror remained. What? Y'all trying to tell me that that's Fluttershy? You seriously think she cashed in her coin cooter for cold coinage? I can't credit it. I don't know if I believe it either, said Twilight gently. But the evidence is right there. Either some pony is presenting pictures of her posterior pedal pony pornography without her permission, or Fluttershy's a porn star. Either way, I say we find some pony responsible and buck their teeth out, snarled Applejack. Taking advantage of poor Fluttershy of all ponies.
But we don't know for sure, said Pinky. It might be some kind of a mistake.
Which is why we need to watch it, said Spike, trying not to smile. Twilight sighed. I suppose we have to, or at least long enough to determine whether or not it's really her.
Then what are we waiting for?
Asked Pinky.
Let's pop this sucker in.
Pop it in what? Asked Twilight. This is a library for books, not movies. I don't have a DVD player.
But we can't watch it at the cake shop, said Pinky. If Mr. Cake finds out that I found a secret stash, he'll be so disappointed in me.
Don't look at me, said Applejack. We don't even have a TV over at Sweet Apple Acres. I have a hard enough time getting Apple Bloom to do her homework as is. Well, who do we know who has a DVD player that we can trust with something like this? Mused Spike. You want to watch what? Asked Rarity aghast. Please, Rarity, asked Twilight. We just want to make sure it's actually Fluttershy so we know how concerned we need to be. I mean, think about it. This is Fluttershy. Luscious when she talks about bunnies doing it, probably cried when she first saw her first unsheathed stallion. Can't even walk in front of a camera without making that squeaky noise that shatters the lenses. Fluttershy. Can you imagine what would have happened to drive her into pornography? Something catastrophic, said Applejack.
She must have spent all her little bits on bunnies, said Pinky, with nothing left for herself.
Pinky curled up on the ground shivering and began speaking in an uncanny imitating Fluttershy's quiet whispered.
Woe is me, for I have given my last bit of rabbit food. I shall now soon starve. Spike sauntered over and gleefully stroked his imaginary mustache.
Well, hello, little filly. Looks like you're in a bit of a tight spot. Could I interest you in a job?
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll do anything you ask, sir.
Anything?
Oh, sir, you couldn't.
That's right. Now get in front of that camera and shake your tail.
But, sir, this is so wrong. I'll go to pony hell.
Not my problem. Now here comes your co-star, Bigger Macintosh.
Oh, Rarity, help me. Watch my pornography and help me, please.
All right, that's quite enough, sighed Rarity, massaging her forehead with her hooves. The theatrics weren't necessary. I'll leave you to view that thing. And then, when you're all proven wrong, then you'll feel more foolish about it. Fluttershy would never do such a thing. It takes poise and charms to pose properly for the movies of this nature, and she certainly doesn't have it. How would you know that? Asked Twilight suspiciously. Well, I dabbed in acting before I found my true calling, and I may have done a few films that I'm not particularly proud of.